So, the Warriors against the San Antonio Spurs. A matchup that, of course, we need to win because, well, that's probably the easiest game on the schedule left. And, of course, the Spurs were gonna be ready to play some spoiler and they wanted to at least, make it difficult for us. GP2 and Dante DiVincenzo combining on this and one. Man, I can't wait to see more of this duo. Hopefully we do see some more of it, especially in the playoffs. Georgiou Dieng. My god, that boy couldn't miss. For some goddamn reason, he couldn't just miss. And the Spurs were hanging in there, man. I don't think the Warriors played badly or that they played... they played some unserious basketball. From time, they turned the ball over way too much. They played a little too cocky. But at the same time, the Spurs just played some good ball. Jordan Poole party at the end of this second quarter, which was great. He's been hooping. He's been playing the best basketball at the right time, I feel like. And Klay got going here in this third quarter. He finally got to cook. And Jonathan Kuminga had a dunk session, goddamn. Every dunk was wide open, it felt like, tonight. And he scored 17 points, and probably all of them were dunks, man. He had that mid-range, which he has been working on, which was great to see. Klay knocks down another 3-ball here in this third quarter. But the Spurs weren't done, man. I felt like, yeah, we are leading by 13. It's over. But Georgiou Dieng had another idea. And the Spurs were hanging in there. But the start of the fourth quarter was just great. Here's Kuminga, passing it to a wide open Jordan Poole, who was locked and loaded, man. He was knocking everything down, it felt like. And the Poole party could continue. And then, of course, not last but not least, you had Klay knock down another one. He had 32 points on the night after a really rough first half, which was great to see him bounce back in this second half. And Looney, of course, on the rebounds, because Loongaard is the greatest, and Steph just pulls up, hits the shimmy after it, and yeah, that was a cringe shimmy. Sometimes you forget that the guy is 35 years old. Yeah, but he is, unfortunately. And the Warriors are headed into Denver for a showdown with the Nuggets, now in the 6th spot, game ahead of the Lakers at worst. Now a game and a half, tied with the Clippers, which would be, it would be great if they could get ahead of them, but at the same time, do you want Phoenix or Sacramento in the first round? And either way, it's gonna be a fun series, very likely. But the Warriors, of course, did what they needed to do. It was great, and that fourth quarter was spectacular. They played, I would say, fairly a good game, despite, of course, the Spurs hanging in there for far too long, but some of it was just a good play from the Spurs, man. Based on, of course, the players they have and everything, you're gonna be a little skeptical, but I felt like this was one of the better games we had in a long time. Shout out Jonathan Kuminga in a start, 17 and 8 rebounds, 8 of 11. He looks great, man. He just looks like the player we want him to be, which is great. Draymond, besides those turnovers, especially in the first half and start of the third quarter, was pretty solid. He did get a knee-to-knee, I'm pretty sure it was, in the first half also, but he came back into the game and looked completely fine, so hopefully that should be nothing. Klay, 31, pardon me, I thought he had 32. He looked great in the second half, great bounce back from him after a really bad start, and it did look like, man, the legs are not looking great for Klay lately, and then he just exploded in this second half. Steph Curry, on the other hand, had 33 and 5. Shot the ball well, which is great, especially since he struggled after that 50-piece. Looked just like you would love to Steph to look every damn game, right? And Jordan Poole off the bench continues to do his thing. 27 and 6, brought the spark at the end of the first half, brought the spark at the start of the fourth quarter, was doing everything we want him to. And of course, some of the defensive effort wasn't there since we were playing the Spurs, man. Some of the defensive lapses were there, but I'm gonna, give him some benefit of the doubt that against better teams he's gonna lock in a little more, because, well, he was locked in against the better teams lately, so hopefully, the defense continues to at least slightly improve, while Kevin Looney continues to be the greatest player ever. GP2 looked great, which is great to see. He played 18 minutes, was impactful as always. Anthony Lamb had his moments also, even though his shot has kind of disappeared. While for the Spurs, shout out Malachi Branham, love his confidence, love how he plays. Mamukelashvili, I like how he plays a lot. Every damn time I watch the Spurs, he seems like a solid player. But to be fair, I don't watch the Spurs nearly enough, right? And Gorgie Jang on the throwback performance, or I don't know how would you even describe it, man.